Hello, hello, hello. It has been forever. At least it definitely feels like it's been forever. When's the last time I was able to stream? What day was it? I'm so confused at this point. But, hello, Pat. Thank you very much for the 28 months. Jeez. That's quite a bit. Quite a bit. Hi, Mom! I have to press the button. Press button. Button! There we go. Hi's button. Ah! I am still sick, unfortunately. You were asking how I was feeling. And I'm like, I'm definitely still sick. Yeah, I didn't get, I didn't see a doctor. I did like message them and was like, hey, here's my symptoms. And they were just kind of like, take meds if you want. Like, they weren't like hyper concerned because I was still like, I don't know. I guess I was functional enough. Sure. I was pretty much only able to stay awake for like 6 hours at a time. So I slept. I have like pretty much have been doing nothing but sleeping. Yesterday was the first day in over a week that I was awake for like the full day. I don't know if you can still hear it. Like, I'm still nasally. I can breathe a little bit better, but it still like clogs up or it starts running. So I'm gonna have a lot more like, I have to take care of my nose breaks or mute to cough and stuff like that. But yesterday was the first day that I was actually feeling better. Oh, thank goodness. And like that was the thing. I started feeling better. The first day that I was awake the entire day. First day that I had my appetite back as well, because that was gone. And that was pretty much because of all the mucus that I was generating. And I just kept feeling like full, I guess is the way to say it. I just had no appetite whatsoever. So it started as a normal head cold. And Mog. Hi, Mog. I missed your face. I started as a head cold, like a normal head cold, and Cal got sick, I think way worse than I did to begin with. And then you're gonna see me doing this a lot too, because I still have like sinus pressure. My ears squeak. At some point I'm gonna see if I like, after I blow my nose or something, if you can hear it, because I have so much sinus pressure that it squeaks. And I don't know if it can be audible outside of my ear canal or not. But it's hilarious. Like, sometimes it sounds like, oh, what? Random spam. From Pennsylvania. Huh. Hey, Mom. I'm not like expecting some random Pennsylvania call, am I? I got some random spam. So it sounds internally like one of those, is it Geiger counters? The radiation counters, the like things that like you hear in like Fallout and stuff like that. That's what, what's your superpower? My ear squeaks. Squeaks. So it sounds like that sometimes, where it's just the pressure kind of relieving or tensing or whatever. But it's really been hilarious. I did so sorry, brain 5,000 different places with all the updates because it's been forever. I missed you guys. You have no idea. I've been like, I want to stream, and then as soon as I would be like, oh, I have enough energy to stream, I was like, maybe I don't actually have enough energy to stream. And I was like, just so like, I was constantly blowing my nose to the point that I'm like, even if I did stream, I'd probably have to do like a no cam stream. And talking, I think I left it in the bedroom, but I had a mask that I've been wearing for like the last week That thing needs, it's freaking biohazard at this point. It needs to be thrown away. I need to buy a new like face mask. It's like a nice little cloth one too. But because I needed the moisture on my face, so like I was breathing through my mouth, I was like drying out, like my nose. I had shoot, where's in the bedroom as well? Oh, no, I had it here. Hey mom, this should look familiar. Platinum, hello, how are you? So I've been using this on my nose. I'm not sure if I should have or not, but I have to Sharpie it and put like a giant X to make sure that I don't use it for my lips, because it's been in my nose. But it was like the only thing that was helping with like the chapped. So Platinum, hi, it's been forever. I've been sick for the last 2.5 weeks. I have the same badge that I use, the 17 badge, which is great. I've been sick for the last 2.5 weeks, so I'm like doing the update. This is my first time back of being able to like do stuff. So I had the mask, and it was a normal head cold. Then it turned into so much pressure. It turned into a sinus infection. And I knew you under a different name. Are you sure? Because Platinum sounds super familiar. What was the different name? Does it show me what the different name was? Your Beaker! Oh my god! That is definitely a blast from the past name. Holy shit! I was gonna say Platinum sounds familiar though. I don't know if you might have like changed it and I saw you in were you in Jack's stream? Cause I'll pop into Jack's stream every once in a while. But I also like I watch Marathi and them still. So I watch like a lot of the OGs after the rebrand. Okay, so that might have been it. That might have been it. But yeah. Hi, Beaker. Yeah, no, holy shit. It's been forever. I'm gonna try I try my best to like call people by like their actual like rebrand names usually. Unless it's like a super complicated. I've had some people that have rebranded to more complicated names and I'm like, I'm just still gonna call you by your original name. Sorry. Holy shit. That has been forever. Wow. Oof. Blast from the past. So it started as a head cold, sinus infection. I was dealing with the sinus pressure, and then because I was sleeping so much, it got like I wasn't moving around enough to keep like the mucus from congealing. I don't know what they called it. It was essentially the fact that like because I was just constantly like I wasn't necessarily flat. I have like a really nice bed that like does the whole like up down thing. So I could like sit like I was pretty much in a hospital bed style, like that 45 degree type thing. But it was just sitting and sitting and sitting. And it turned into sinus infection into like bronchitis, lung stuff. They didn't confirm anything with my chest because it only lasted like 2 to 3 days. I managed to actually like fight through that pretty quickly because I get hyper paranoid. I'm very prone to bronchitis. Thanks, Mom. I'm very prone to bronchitis, and because that's a thing for me, I get very paranoid when it turns into a chest cold. And so that's when I messaged the doctor and I was like, hey, I'm hyper concerned about this. Like I was able to kind of like, I was sick for way too long. And I was like, hey, I'm past the like week mark. I think I need antibiotics. And at that point I was already like coming through the tunnel. So they were just kind of like fluids, rest. You've already been doing that. If you want medication, I have been taking, Sudafed to hopefully break up the sinus pressure. Other than that, ibuprofen constantly and just trying to rest as much as I can. But yesterday was also the first day that I was able to like sit in my chair. You'll see me probably fidget a lot because I still can't. My body is still adjusting to being like upright so much. And so like sometimes I'll just like, I have to like slouch in on myself and like get comfy. Because I've been on bed rest essentially. But I read 2 books. I said that super excitedly because I miss reading. But I read 2 books. One which was brand new. It came out like the 18th or something. And then another one which had come out in July or something like that, but I had like stopped reading at the time. But both there we go. But both books were ones that were on my to read list. One was a brand new series and another one was book 2 of a series that I read. They were romantices, so they were, you know, literature smut, but not to the degree that most romanticy is. I think one really was, the second one that I read, but the first one, if it wasn't in there, it would have been fine. It was more like a fantasy, but it was very like intricate, and the magic system in the world was like super in depth, and it was kind of like the whole thing revolved around tarot cards, and it was kind of like Harry Potter-esque with tarot cards because there's the 4 suits of tarot cards. So you have swords, you have wands, you have coins and cups, and each one is like one of the elements. So I think fire, earth, wind, air, or sorry, fire, earth, wind, water. And so it was kind of like Hogwartsy, where it was like this academy where they were studying tarot, and you get your own little house based on your personality. But then you look at like it had tournament-esque style stuff. So the book series itself was actually like really interesting. I was looking forward to it, and then like there was like the tiniest bit of spice at the very end of the book, and I was like, meh. But it was called Arcana Academy, I think. I have my Kindle, which lived by my side for the last 2 weeks. What was it? Yeah, Arcana Academy by Elise Kova. Elisekova. Yeah. And then the second book that I read was the continuation of Quicksilver, which was called Brimstone. And that one's very more spiced up. So like every other chapter has some sort of like spicy scene in it. But it's not like, there's still plot, which I'm like, because the plot's great. And there's some times where it's like, yeah, I just read the magazine for the articles, if you know what I mean. You know, if you know, you know. And so it kind of felt like that a bit. But I read those 2, and then I had finished. We talked about this before I got sick. I finished Morning Glory Milking Farm, is that what it was called? Oh my god, it was terrible. Absolutely terrible. Atrocious reading. It was literal trash. But it was funny. It was pretty funny. I don't recommend it unless you like horrible things. It's kind of like watching a B film just to enjoy it being a B film. But yeah, it was funny. I finished reading that, and I was like, I kind of regret. I was like, I want my time back. But yeah, I read it to read it. Don't. But with that, actually, trying to find time to read more, I think is going to be like on my agenda, because I was enjoying it. Even though I was sick, I was still enjoying doing it. And it was keeping me mentally engaged, which was really nice. But yeah, been really happy with that. Really, really, really happy with that. So I still had a book for the book club that I haven't read yet. And so I was thinking about actually doing some sort of monthly book club thing still. And then going from there and seeing if people want to still join us. I think I'm just going to leave it as the same book for right now. It's a little bit of like a psychology-esque, like, talks about mortality kind of, but in like a, it seems like in a like fun comedic kind of way. It's more like entertainment than like drab just psychology book. But yeah, that's on the list currently, and then I will probably end up picking out a few more. There's I was watching Tango Tech the other day, and they were talking about the Dungeon Crawler Carl, I think. I think that's what it was called. And I've heard a lot about that series. It's on my to read list. And so I was thinking about reading that at some point too. And do that as kind of like a secondary book. So if like people want to keep up with that they can, because it's I think like 17 books. It's a series. But the premise seems amazing, where it's this guy who is going through this labyrinth that's like televised live on TV. And I like those kind of books. But it has like, I guess, a very comedic character, I guess. But we'll see. We'll see how it works. But I do have something planned today. We are playing BitCraft. We are, I think I might have to revamp the settlement, because it's been plaguing me, not as bad as my sickness has, but it has been mentally plaguing me, that the black tiles have like outlines and it does not make the base look very good. And so because that is the case, I've been avoiding being in it. And there's been times where I'm like, I know I spent a bunch of money on these tiles, but I'm just going to get money back later. So I'm going to revamp it again so it doesn't look so horrid. And then you gotta do, yeah, the environment has to be nice, essentially. Play in a place that you like. And so there's that. And then once we start getting into the groove of the game again, there has been a lot of updates. I'm not going to go through the entire update list, unfortunately. That was awkward. What the heck did my computer just do? Oh. The Steam like wigged out on me because I had a different client open for Steam earlier. And then it was like boo boo boo, like Windows cascading. But the thing is that I'm looking at is that solo leveling Arise Overdrive is out now. And I thought about giving that a try with Cal, because Cal and I actually enjoyed solo leveling. Oh hey, Black Friday sales. All week. I have to remember to look for a vacuum. Our vacuum died. Okay. Haha. Bye-bye music. You're great and all, but you're gonna go bye-bye now. Okay. Oh, I have to check this. 15 days. Shoot. Because I haven't been online. I have not been online, and so I'm worried about how many days a lot of this stuff has. It's not even my settlement. But 15 days, I need to get some supplies up here. Oh, that's, yeah, Hrothgar has been taking good care of that one. We're okay, actually, with 33 days. I tried to drop the supplies, but... Oh, hey, Goombar is online. Goombar is online. Okay. This was my little, test palette. Which, I don't know why. One, two, three, four, five, six, 7, 8, 9. Like, this one looks fine. Like, there's no weird... And maybe it's because I'm... Oh, there. You can see it starting to outline. Why is that doing that? I need to find a place. It's all starting to do that. You can see it. Like where my mouse is. It's just the lighter color ones. You can't tell as much. Okay, I need to figure out a way to deal with that. Also, what is that? What is that? What do I see on the horizon? Oh, it's just a visual glitch. Okay, so yeah, you can see the black outlines. I need to figure out what to do with this. It's just like, this looks terrible. So this is what we have right now. I'm not sure how screenshot mode makes it look worse. I like the concept of it being like a triangle. I also was working on walls here. I need to get this finished. I need to clean this area up. But this is essentially what I was trying to do, is get everything in kind of its own section of things. So the tanning stations are now like kind of together in like their own little nooks. The smelting, of course, being in its own nook right next to the mine. We did get rid of 2 of the houses. So I'm going to try and demolish the other 2 and then just have everyone forced into the big house currently. Because I want to try and get more space like pushed together, because us not having that many people funding the settlement anymore, and there's kind of no point in having this extra land anymore. So we'll see what happens. I do want to clean this up a bit more. It's just the visual glitch. Like, look at the visual glitch of the tiles. It looks so disgusting. Like, it makes me not want to be in my own settlement. So we have to figure something out with that. It's not as bad with the lighter color tiles. So like here, you don't tend to notice it as much, but with the black, it's a major problem. And again, I don't know if there's a setting that I can do. I asked about it and my settings are already like maxed out. So I'm not sure. I had dungeon stuff. I did dungeon stuff the other day with, oh, I didn't mean to do my dungeon food. I thought it was regular food. With Tony and I think Cloudy stopped it. No, it wasn't Cloudy. It was Zip. No, that's not what I want. I want you in there. Yes, rolls. I need to make more food. Take care of all this stuff. But yeah, so we did the Sentinel dungeons. I came back with a bunch of gear, or the fragments for gear. I still have my plate on. Oh, I think I need to take out. Yes, I do. No. Boop. I did the whole vault trick because I had extra gear on me and I was teleporting around. I don't like it. I really don't like it. I forget that it exists, and converting it back and forth between deeds is not fun. But yeah, I did dungeons with Tony, which was really good. It was while I was dealing with sick brain. So it was kind of like sluggish. And I wasn't like hyper paying attention very, very well. Oh yeah, enjoy your lurkin'. I need to do that actually. I haven't had a Microscape on in like 2 weeks. So I'm most definitely probably out of energy and stuff, but rejoice, the deeds have earned thee a place in the annuals of greatness. Cooking apprentice, 30 of 30. Interesting. Fishing apprentice, 30 of 30. What is this? Journey begins. Time crystal. Are these like brand new update stuff? It has to be. Equipped and ready. Yeah, I guess it is. New 65 fishing. Still need 76. Okay. I guess they're newer. Okay. Oh, I got the participation 30 minutes ago. So oh, and I did because I watched Ravi. That's what that was. Okay. So I have been getting a little bit of energy. Activity. We are still fishing. I've just been constantly fishing. Give me 1 sec. I will be right back. I need to blow my nose, take care of a few things before we get into it, because I'm like starting to get all stuffy again. So give me 1 sec, and I'll be right back. If I can find where my buttons are. Buttons. Das button. Okay. I forgot Oh well. I'm back now. I forgot to do something really quick while I was gone, but meh. Drinking some Bart's root beer today. And then I have an open Sprite waiting for me. I'm trying to do a little less caffeine while I'm still recovering. Caffeine's fine if it's like I took Excedrin and stuff like that when I was feeling feverish, but drinking excessive caffeine I don't think is that great. So I want to make sure that I limit that a bit. Oh wow, look at all the visual glitches. I think I got that from Tony as well. I forgot about that. Okay, so miscellaneous. Put that in there. This is okay. So in the new tier 3 or in the tier 3 dungeon, they added new cosmetic-y kind of stuff. And it's the Tony calls them braziers. And I'm like, every single time I hear it, I'm like, that's a bra. How do you pronounce that? It's
brazier?
Brazier, yeah.
Brazier.
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 Brazier. Brazier. Brazier. But yeah, he calls it brazier.
When you're cooking meat, you would braise it?
Yeah, brazier.
Brazier.
But yeah. The fact that he essentially calls them bras is hilarious to me. And I don't know if he does it on purpose or not, but it's cute.
Oh, the boob flames.
The boob flames. But yeah. Oh, and I bought traveler's fruit and I forgot that I had some. Where did I put those though? Resources, tools. Yeah. I do have uncommon daggers that I could tier up at some point. Tier 6 crossbow. I don't think that's... Rare is okay. Sean, hello. How are you? Enjoy your lurk. It's such a cute lurk. I think I put them over in hunting. Yeah, my stuff is all sorts of... Meh. I need to revamp more than just my settlement at this point. Okay. So... Oh, that's cool. Okay. I got behind the scenes notification, which was nice. So we did actually a little bit of a BitCraft update. Excuse me. I'm struggling. The only downside of drinking soda is like I get the mucus back. I like how Goom is just standing there. Oh, I need to turn my stuff back. We're no longer in war. Let's go do that really quick. No, it's not here. It is here. Options. Edit emblem. There we go. Color 2. When we had orange. There's no other. Or was it red? Was it orange or red? I think it was orange. Yeah, that's what it was. Because it matched this outfit. Yay! We're back to our normal colors. So we had a meeting, a partner meeting yesterday. So there's a lot of stuff. It was a very, 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 very long meeting. Extremely long. A little too long to be honest. Especially seeing that I was taking notes of like the entire thing. I was like not fully transcribing. I was kind of like shorthanding. Like if someone was talking about something, I would like kind of summarize what they were talking about. So like it kind of makes the notes like a little bit shorter. But yeah, I was taking notes for the entire thing, which was a lot of note taking. But I like to have it that way. It's information that I can look back on. So based on that, I guess sometime possibly tomorrow, we're going to get a list of things that we can talk about with the community and give you like updates on like what's happening. All I can say currently is a lot is happening. So there's stuff to look forward to. Yeah. But as soon as I get the A-OK on talking about things, then I can share with you guys the information of what we talked about. But it was really nice. It was a really nice meeting to actually like catch up on seeing like what's going on kind of behind the scenes, thought processes, why things are done a certain way, like what's possibly changing, what's not changing. Like it's really like obviously being vague on purpose, but it's I don't know. It's something to look forward to in the sense that you know like there's going to be stuff progressing at this point a rapid rate. So can't wait for that list. That I can talk about things. So is it on more war or no more war? No more war. Yeah. I did update my sub badges. I don't know. Pat doesn't have his up or not. I know Mom does. Mom has the subscriber badge up. But I did upgrade them. I think I set it up for like 1 month, or sorry, like the base subscription, which is the flame that you see there, and then there's 6 month one, there's like a year, and then I think it goes 2 years, 4 years, 6 years. But yeah, we have like new little badges that Dell worked on for me, which was great. I might get more at some point to fill out like more of the other years, but coming up with like color schemes and like something with such a small like badge, I'm like, is it really that important? We'll see. We will see. Yeah, Gomez just kind of hanging out, being AFK. I like the sunflower hat. I think that's actually probably my favorite hat to be brought to the game so far. They did add, and this was something we talked about like literally right before I got sick at the BitCast, was the new level 20 profession hats. Are these it? They might be it. They look kind of. Yeah, these are it. Because this is the, people are saying these looks like Indiana Jones. It's actually a really nice hat, and it shows the ears really well. That one's very interesting. So you can like cosplay Bowser. That one's actually kind of cute too. I like things that the ears kind of peek through. The fishing, I don't like any of the fishing stuff. Like any of the fishing stuff. And then like another mushroom hat, which is tailoring and not scholar this time. This reminds me of what's his face from Harry Potter. He's like a villain, I think. Villain professor. I can't think of what his name is. I can picture him in my head, but I'm sure people who know Harry Potter probably know what I'm talking about. Meh. If the ears shown through on this one, I like this one. Like this one, the ears are fine on. But yeah, we'll go back to sunflower. If my ears aren't gonna show, we're gonna run the sunflower. I did finally get the pumpkin ones, which was nice. I finished that like right at the very end. Okay, what are we doing today? I'm not entirely sure, to be completely honest. Let's. How's our update of what's been happening going? I think they got more land. Interesting. I wanted to see what it takes to get that tiered up now with the outpost system being a thing. Wholesomeness. Incantha is like spreading a lot in region 2. Caprica, we were there. Yeah, we were right there. How's Squirrel doing? Squirrel looks like they're still okay. Tavernhold still doing good. Hexwater Accord, nice. Still there. Yeah, just kind of going through, checking to see how the peoples are. Been big updates on the map in some places. This area looks like it's different. I don't know if Legion got bigger. I think Legion was originally like only this sliver of things. Wow, that's a lot of salt. The Cozy Empire. I think that was the Cozy Empire. Wasn't that sugar? Pretty sure that might have been sugar. This is region 9, isn't it? Yeah, that's Starborn. So this is Tony's area. His island there. They're doing amazing, like, events, like, constantly. They have the Slayer Sundays. They have the Fishing Fridays. I think there's, like, 2 or 3 other things that they're doing each week as well now, too. This is thankful. I guess it's because for Thanksgiving. It's funny. Changing. Just a thankful. I'm guessing it was changed for Thanksgiving. Yeah, so it doesn't look like much has changed. I don't know if that's good or bad. I don't know if that's good or bad. We got the camp still going. We did. It's the tier 7. Tier 7 hub. So someone put a waypoint, and then did someone put a new? It's still the same. Where was the other one that didn't have a point? This one, the tier 3, but that's directly north of there, or like over. So it's not really. Doesn't really matter. But yeah, at some point I want to see what it takes. We were working on skills, and then I gave up on skills. We still have our 2 epics. At some point I need to get my hammer upgraded. I guess I can make another hammer. That's what I should have done to begin with, is make another hammer. I don't think I have the materials to do that right now. No, I'm missing a decent chunk of stuff, actually. I could get it up relatively easily if I do like a tiny bit of. So I have 3,000 left of these. Again, I don't like how, like, this is so just gross. We have tubs. Leather tubs. And then the looms, we could work on doing the cloth. I think we might have some stuff for the cloth. We need 2 cloths. 2 cloths. Let's... Did I forget to do that? I probably did. Probably did. Yep. Because we had BitCast, I turned off all of the stuff. I turned off all the stuff. Did I turn that back on at least? I did turn that back on at least, okay. But I originally turned off all the stuff. Okay. So... sheets. Oh, that's the codex. That's not what I want. So we are doing... I think I still have some. I don't know if it's in the house or not. The, oh, I moved the boxes over here. Oh, hey, I have stuff in the loom. I have stuff in the looms. Interesting. Okay then. I also did... Wow, why is it not... Do you see the visual glitch that's happening there? That was interesting. It was trying to open, but I think it couldn't, and so it was just being hyper glitchy. Hyper glitchy. Bam, 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 bam. Okay, our first crafting! Woo! Okay, so let's see. I think I have some cloth. I might actually have gone through like all of my cloth stuff. Doing the tool upgrades. I might have to go get more. We will see on that. I often wonder, because I haven't been playing as much, like what everyone's common level is, or like average level is now. Like I can only imagine, what did I have at 70? I have fishing at 70. But I can only imagine it's probably like 80s or 90s for a lot of people now. Del, hi Del, how are you? How are you doing today? Grumbly Tumly is grumbly. It shouldn't be grumbly. I ate. You're doing okay? I'm okay right now. My sinuses are of course always bugging me, but like they're like slightly clogging. The only concern I have is if I'm talking for a long period of time, if I'm gonna get a sore throat. So I might be a little quieter if there's like not much happening, just to conserve. Sorry, Mog. Oh, did I put it to deployables? Did. Auto pickup items. Build deployables. Huh. Interesting. You still have to go click on it to open it, which I don't like. Okay. There was that. I think I can just go... Oh no, I still need water, don't I? I think I still need water. Oh, I could tear that up. Haha. We'll wait until I have like an okay supply before I do that, because it essentially like absorbs the stuff, so it absorbs the stuff. I think that's, I don't know why I have that in here. Shouldn't be in here. Okay, let's go check the house. Let's drop this stuff off and then go check the house and see. It's so weird. I like look at some of the way I have this like lined up and I'm like, I don't like that one bit. Okay. We do have some. Oh, we already have a decent amount. Huh. Okay. Tier 3 is the thing that we're missing though. I thought I could right click and do compendium. That's interesting. Okay. So textile is hair and straw. I don't actually, I think I might have put most of my stuff away. Yeah, I did. Welp. Okay. Do I have anything in the miscellaneous? I thought there was some stuff in here. No. Leather treatment, fire sand. Was there? I could have sworn. I mean, there's random materials everywhere at this point. Look at all the clay. That's what it. Interesting. Okay. I thought for some reason I had more refined stuff, but I think I might have just put them. I probably put them in the chest. I probably put them, or not in the chest, but in the barter stalls, which I think are still like not working the way that I want. Go away. Yeah, this is, I miss the old system. But you can, I think, one of 3 number of orders. Oh, I think you can limit it. It was fine before. Yeah, we're gonna have to do, because we have it here. I don't want to take from here though. Well, shoot. I see you, Nightbot. I'll see you. Okay, I need to also figure out what what does it take? Gosh darn it. It's there. That's not what I want. I want to, if I hit this, it closes everything out. I guess I have to re-click. Yeah. Okay, so tier 4 mining. Outpost research. That's what we need, right? That's, or we need to get, there a way to look at that? Yes, there is. Okay. So to do that, I need 13 tier 4 research, outpost research. 13. I need to make more food. Okay, scholars table. Oh, it's just a single tier 3 codex. Okay, that's gross. It's only in increments of 10, but you need 13 of them. Gross. Then you have like extras that you're not doing anything with. I guess you would use it for something else. Ugh. Okay. Do we have the stuff for a tier 3 codex? We probably do. We are missing so little for that. That's okay. Well, I guess we'll just deal with it really quickly. Oh, that's not. I want to do this. Split stack. 20. 10 tier 2 ingots, which I think are just out there, because yeah. 4 tier 3 leather. No. 5 tier 3 pebbles. Oh, that's interesting. It just joined me to the chat. My chat refreshed. Crushed shells. We have a bunch of crushed shells. Is it here? Yeah. We need 2 split stack. 2 split stack. 2 split stack. 1 and 1. So gypsite, we need split. We just need 1. Okay. And then tier 2 straw. We need 2. So now we have everything we can make the codex. Okay. Let's put this in there. Oh, I need 14 water buckets. Let's put that in there. Oh, I need to put that in there, didn't I? Yep. Store all. This, something seems weird here. Something seems weird. And back. Welcome back. You said you got your modem upgraded. How is the upgrading? So, yeah, something here does not seem right. I only need 1 codex, but how much of the stuff do I need for the codex? Something feels off. I needed 10 tier 2 ingots. I don't know if I have the 10 tier 2 ingots. I have 3. Nothing in the kilns. What's this over there? Ore for frames. I called my ISP to get a better price, and the better price involved upgrading speed, which meant a new modem upgrading process, which fine. Bit lengthy. Oh, nice. That is good. Oh, wow. Okay. Good, good job. That's a lot of mining. I like how we have an alpha jackal. Yeah, you made rocks, apparently. I hate I think this would be fine if it wasn't for the freaking outline of stuff. Okay. What does I do? I was doing something. I think smithing, logs. Oh, we had for logs. What? Oh. I don't know what that box was. Oh, hey. Here's what I'm looking for. I needed 10. 10. And I needed 4 tier 3 leather. Mason, Taylor. 4 tier 3. There's 1 there. That's not what I need. Oh, hey. There's a lot more animal fur in here. Withdraw it so I get the thingy. Someone's busy with straw. Holy. Okay. So we just need the 4 tier 3 leather. Do I have that in the... That might be the one thing that I was missing. No, we have a bunch of it. Nice. Done. Okay. It's a pat. Done. Leather? No. Leather. Okay, so now I have to figure out what the recipe is for a single tier 3 codex. It's so funny because if you stop playing for a while, when you stop playing for a while, you kind of forget certain recipes. Okay. So I need... Is there a way to see? No. Is there... Huh. Suspended? No! Darn it. I hate when things don't have a obvious back button. Give me a back button. Wow. I forget how to read these recipes. That's insane. Okay. I forget how to read recipes. Let's do one at a time. Which one do we want to do first? We're already here. Let's do this one. I'm lost. I am so lost on how to do this. Again, I could have sworn I could have hit codex. Four basic fire sand, 20 rough brick. So 4 gypsite, 4 shells. 4 gypsite, 4 shells, split. Wait, I think I already have that. What tier was it that was in my house? Basic fire sand. Let's take this stuff and put it in the stall. I don't think it's gonna count, but if I leave it in the stall, then I know that I have it. So we have the 4 basic fire sand. Not what I wanted. Store all. Split stack. Four basic fire sand. Okay. 4 basic fire sand and then 20 bricks. I have to unfortunately unpack this. Store all. 20 bricks. Okay. This is all leather? That's wood. Store all, store all. And there we go. Wood polish. Oh, we do already have like a wood polish in here, don't we? Huh. Well, would you look at that? Okay. So this is going to give us... I forgot that I have that there. What? Excuse you. The fact that it opened like that, but I have to run over to it to open it. It's So we're going to have 4 of these, yes? Yes. Which means... Terrible. I collapse all. Okay. We got that. So we need 2. Gosh darn it, it went to my deployable. Okay. So we have the 4 refined brick. We need 2 simple fire sand. Which is that too. And then 10 simple bricks. Unpack bricks. Store all. Done. 10. Yes. What was the other thing we need? So that turns into tier 3, which we need 1. And 1. And 5. And 5. Okay. So, for those that are still here and chugging along with us, there was something that I wanted to do today when we were doing some long crafts, but we haven't really been doing many long crafts, and I don't know that we will be, unfortunately. But I wanted to start up, and I was brainstorming this while I was like uber sick brain. I want to start tabletop adventures with chat. And one of the things that I want to do at some point when I have time that I'm like just kind of sitting and doing a long craft of some kind is come up with a system on how to do this. We already have the roll system. So we have like 1d100. Why? What? What? Excuse you, OBS? I really need to update my OBS. I'm just afraid that it's gonna get rid of all my stuff. It's making me sign into my Twitch account. OBS is making me sign into my Twitch account. How does that make sense? Okay. But we do, back to what I was talking about. We do have a roll system in the chat. And what I was planning on doing was using that system to essentially make little adventures for people. So it would be completely random and it would be like redeem based. So like Pat earlier today had resubscribed, so he would get his own little session for resubscribing. I would make it a redeem as well, so that way people don't want to spend money, they don't have to spend money. And then if there's like gift subs or stuff like that. So like different things for different like tiers of supporting the channel, but making it that people can have their own little adventures. And it would be subscriber only, because if it would be everyone, it would just be way too much data. For subscribers only, I would keep the characters and make it that you are building your characters as you're going. And so you don't start off with any classes, you don't start off with anything, you would just roll on these tables as your adventure goes along. And essentially having the Hearth as a community playing D&D together. And it wouldn't be necessarily D&D itself. Obviously, it'd be different rules, but a tabletop adventure via chat. And it would be super simple with like yes or no dice rolls. I would have all the tables like pre-generated. I had said at one point it's going to require me to do like 5,000 tables or 5,000 items on tables. But thankfully, like I can do AI generated stuff as well. Just be like, give me 10 random encounters, and I can like pull it up really quick. So there's stuff like that we can do. And I've been really wanting to be more creative, and especially I know people have said that they really enjoy playing tabletop stuff. And so I want to kind of be able to facilitate that for people. And so it's I think the best way I can think about doing it without actually sitting down and having like full sessions with people. So yeah, well, I wanted to hash it out today, and make the tables and like put some people through like adventures. Rolled a 63. So close. Also, hi Dad, how are you? Oh, you see the new icon. It's the 6th year subscriber icon, the blue flame. I'm subscribed to myself for 101 months. Wow. That's pretty impressive actually. 101 months. The blue flame. But yeah, doing stuff like that, and then like I said, as long as you're a subscriber, I'd keep all of your information for like the encounters and stuff like that. And different things that we can do with it would be like if you have a random chance encounter, then we can like do like an evens or odds roll that it could just be a random NPC, or it could be someone like a player in the campaign. That way like players can interact with each other and like have their own little mini role play sessions in the chat. I don't want to make it that it's the focal point, so like I'd ask for people to kind of like be understanding that maybe they will only get like 30 minutes of adventure time. Adventure time. Or stuff like that, but that way everyone can kind of have a chance to be part of their adventure. But I was going to do that today at some point if we have like long crafts. Hangnail. I hate hangnails. My skin has been so dry because it's coming up on winter. We haven't turned the heater on, and I feel like we need to. It's been really cold. That's why I'm in like long sleeves today. So yeah, I'm excited to see what we can do with all of that. Gosh darn it. I thought I could open Compendium. Yeah. What is this? Excuse me. Yawning like crazy now. Again, it takes so much for me to stay awake a lot of times now. Yesterday was the first day I was awake the entire day. Tier 2 simple ink. Do we already have? Yeah, we already have some of this stuff. Alright, so what am I? Tier 1 study journal. We need 4 rough parchment. Split stack. Actually, I need to do this times 5. So 20. 20 basic ink. $20 carvings, I think. Pretty sure. No. I need just 10. Yes, I just need 10. So that's the 2 beginner study journals. Then I need 10 stone carvings. 10 stone carvings. 20 tier 2 simple ink. Split stack. 20 simple parchment. 20 simple parchment. And that does that. And then I need 5 of this. Shit, I lost my place. Tier 3. Infused ink. I need 10. Split stack 10. That scared the shit out of me for a second, and then I realized that Cal started the dishwasher left on lunch. And I heard it, and it sounded like something like fell in the kitchen. I was like, what? And then I realized it's the dishwasher. I was doing, it's so funny. I was doing so freaking well of keeping tidy and cleaning up stuff while I was sick. And then as soon as I started feeling better, I like started slacking again. Sad face. Like having to do the dishes today. I meant to do them before I started streaming, but then I was like, I need to focus on getting breakfast. I need to get set up for stream. And so that was the case. I forgot to do the dishes, and it was like a full sink of dishes. And then last night I was like, oh, I should do them before bed, because if not, I'm not going to like remember to do it. But then I just kind of vegged out. I was so brain fried last night because I'd been awake the entire day, which is funny because I have therapy tonight, and it will be like 12 hours that I'll be awake, and I'm going to be like, sorry. I'm going to be so tired. I might have to like take a nap, a little bit nap. But yeah, it's just, I was so fried last night. My brain was just gone after having super long partner meeting. And then what did I do? I was dealing with the internet going out. Oh, I wrote, because like I said, I've been like hyper creative, like really hyper creative the last, like since I was sick, and that was like the only thing I could do was like be in my own head. I started writing a book again. I have another book. I know, back. I know you're so angry because we were bed rest for so long. Okay. I had another book that I was working on, and I kind of just like put it to the side. But then like for some reason I had this random idea of a new book that I wanted to write, which is what I call the fourth wall romance. And it is kind of like bashing on romantasy, but in its own way is a romance novel. That's why I called it like breaking the fourth wall, because it has a character who is obsessed with romantasy stuff, but in a toxic way that is like filling all the tropes that are just like not good about that you see online, or like people talking about like book goblins and women who are obsessed with these like book boyfriends and stuff like that. So I was going to write this story about that and kind of change it into like a positive twist at the end of things. Like she's like a hyper toxic person being obsessed with like making men fit into this like box of like the book boyfriend, and like obviously fantasy isn't going to beat reality, or reality isn't going to beat fantasy, and so she has these high expectations that is just like why. And so the whole thing is going to be about her journey of like actually getting over being like hyper toxic in like her view of relationships. And so I thought that was going to be interesting, and like it can be also partly comedic because it'd be making fun of like the tropes in these romance books, or like the inconsistencies some of these books have. I swear, whoever is reading and like editing and proofreading some of these books, I'm just like, how did this get passed? Because there was one that literally had like a page missing. I was reading, and then suddenly the next sentence was something completely different, and I was like, there's an entire gap of like the story just gone. And I thought it was maybe my Kindle glitching. No, it's not the Kindle glitching. It's just gone. And then there's inconsistencies of like where the characters are. And then of course you got like the 5 million hands in different places during some of these like explanations of scenes and stuff like that. And I'm just like, it makes me laugh as someone who has read stories my entire, like I've read books my entire life. And I pay attention to like the small details in like books a lot of times. Do I remember them? Normally, but I do pay attention to them. And so like them talking about walking through a hallway and then talking to a character, but that character is not supposed to be there. That character is actually supposed like had a whole chapter previously about being in a whole different location, and you're just like, hey, when did they come back? And so I want to highlight stuff like that and joke about it, but also like pay tribute. And so I thought about writing that kind of story, and it would be quick and easy to write. It doesn't have any like hyper complicated magic systems, or like I don't have to homebrew an entire world. I don't have to do much world building. I can just literally throw stuff on a piece of paper and go. But yeah, I was working on that a little bit. Sick Brain helped get the ideas going, but actually executing those ideas was a little more was harder, because having refined detail on writing and stuff like that, my brain was just like, you mean to say what word again? How's that spelled? And so because that was the case, I only wrote like 3 pages. But I did outline most of it, and so it's just going through and like filling in the outline. I like doing that with my stories. Having the outline really helps, and then it kind of flows. So I'm not like a super strict outline person, but it helps me know like what goal I'm trying to get to next with the characters, versus just a free flow story. Those tend to just ramble, and then I lose what I was talking about a lot of times. I lose the plot. I jump the shark, the whole scenario of things. But yeah, at some point I want to like actually get into doing more creative writing stuff. I'd like to try and challenge myself maybe next year, depending, because we'll see time frame wise, with trying to do the November writing month. I forget what the acronym is. It's like on the tip of my tongue and I can't think of what it's called. I've tried it so many times in my life as a kid because that would be something that you could get extra credit for doing like English class, is if you did I can't even think what the acronym is. It's like on the tip of my tongue. But if you do the November writing month thing, they'll give you like extra credit, which was I thought was really, really cool. And so I would try and do that. I had a story in a notebook in high school that was somewhat okay. I liked the character concept behind it. And I did a lot of artwork for the characters. But it was just going to be like a generic fantasy novel, but it had no plot. It was one of those, like, I was just writing to write and there was no end goal. So at some point, I don't know if I still have that notebook. It might be like lost. We've completed work in your area as we continue to evolve the network. Interesting. My internet was up when I woke up today. That's cool. But apparently they completed their thing. They completed the thing. Okay. Something flashed across my screen for a second there. I wasn't paying attention. I like looked away and I thought I saw something flash across the screen. Oh, that's funny. I'm on the other screen doing the recipes and my mouse is hovering, I guess, over the totem. Or yeah, that's funny. Like, it's extending the sides of my screen like across, which is interesting. So like you'll see like I'm highlighting stuff that's on the screen, but my mouse is on the other monitor. Weird. Okay. Planks. I haven't seen, I know Hrothgar was saying he wasn't feeling well as well. He was a bit under the weather and he's been obsessed with a new tabletop game, which is awesome. But I haven't seen him actually like online in a while. Jazz! Hi, Jazz. I missed you too. How are you? How's the server running? I keep checking in on the console, but I wasn't able to get online very often. Me too. I am definitely glad to be feeling better. I feel like was sick for far too long. Just far too long. I need 4 of this. I'm trying to work on a tier 4 mining upgrade. But I forget how recipes work. So I got a couple farms done and need to make some. Ooh, nice. What farms did you make? And yeah, with sick brain, it was really hard to play Minecraft because of the creativity level. So I'd just sit there and I'd fish. But then what I realized was that like I just couldn't sit in my computer chair for very long. And so like if I had the laptop, I'd probably would have played more while I was sick. But we finished our tier 7 outpost in the desert yesterday with mining Ember. Oh, nice. It definitely seemed. excuse me. I don't like it that you get like leftover of the outpost codexes. Like it requires 13 of them, but you make 10 at a time. Like I really don't like that. Which is funny because now that I realize it, I need to make 2 tier 3 codexes, not which means I'm going to have to go through the same process that I'm doing right now over again. It's so tedious. Like coming back and playing Minecraft, or sorry, BitCraft after being sick. My brain is like, these recipes are so tedious. Cows, chickens, and sugarcane. Oh, nice. I need to make a sugarcane farm. I keep forgetting to do that. Are you doing like a lava chicken? I was like looking at videos of lava chicken farms. A month of us working. Oh, geez. Yeah. It seems like... I forget, there was like someone who did the percentage of like how much faster it is. Because there were people talking about like fake tier 7s or fake tier 10s. And after doing this, I'm curious to know exactly how fast it is to like actually tier something up, because you only need like 2 tier 3 codexes to get to tier 4. And then I wonder if tier 5 is like 4 tier 4 codexes or something, instead of it being like the 25, 30 that is required. So I'm curious on how much faster it is. But yeah, we'll see. I'm doing, at least, again, I forgot that I'm gonna have to double this up. I don't want to double this up. I'm gonna have to double this up though. I don't think I have enough for, I don't think I do. I bet I could just buy them online or buy them on the market, to be honest. 2 to 5 in a day. Tier 6 took a week. Tier 7 took forever, only because we and leather is such a bottleneck. But yeah, especially if you're trying to get the rare materials. What was the worst one that I was working on the other day? I think it was Brexite, because it requires only the pebbles, and you have like a metric crap ton of just extra pebbles and like very little Brexite. I sat with everything done, including the leather refining mats, for 2 weeks waiting on the bulk. Oh, jeez. Bulk leather. Yeah, I can see that. I could definitely see that. One sec. My brain is doing math. And it doesn't do math very well. 2, 1? 1? Actually, I don't have to do it. I can just do split stack. What? There we go. Which then this is 20. And this needs 10. And then how much does that need? 5. What's that? 5. I think that's everything. Okay. And then I just need I need to go over here, I think. No. I mixed all of these up when I moved them around, and I shouldn't have. I need 4. 2, 3, 4. I need 2. 2. 1. 1. 4, 6, 8. Split stack. 8. I think that's everything. I think. Thank you for reading first. Nice. Congratulations. We need to redecorate and behave now. It's just a bunch of stuff popped down, but people are already using it. Oh, nice. I tried to redecorate using the tier 9 stone. I paid like really good money for it. I paid over 100k for the stone. And now that I put it down, it has this weird, like you can see when I walk in the background, like the white outlines, and it just gets worse and worse. I don't know how to fix that. My graphics is all the way up, ultra all the way up, and it really messes with me. Like I don't want to be in my settlement staring at it a lot of times. Like it literally like repulses me to have that as a thing. So I was thinking about kind of getting rid of my entire investment of money and then just putting the gray down. But yeah, I thought about like dropping this. Let's apply that. It looks, oh no, it didn't do anything. Can I move this? I can't move this. So let's, okay. We can see it in the corner there. Drop this down, apply. Yeah, it didn't do anything. Like, it didn't do, like, I'm trying all of the things and they just don't. Yeah. Nothing works. Nope. I don't know what to do about it. Don't know what to do about it. So I like it literally is one of those things where seeing it and knowing that there's nothing I can do to fix it. It's just like it don't but apparently it's not for everyone. Like there's some people that don't have it. But for some reason I have it. So I wonder if there's a computer setting or something that I need to do. And like some people said they have it and they have like low settings. I'm not sure. I am not sure. I just know that it makes me not want to be in my own settlement. I tried to ignore it. I tried to like hyperfixate. But like you can even see it like there. Like you can't unsee it no matter what. Even when it's like in okay. I'm just gonna pretend it doesn't exist. I'm gonna do my best. Ostrich head in the sand. But yeah, so just leave it. They'll probably fix it before we get gondolas. Delete the game and start over. Time to go back to work. Enjoy your lurk. Start over. I mean, the wipe for launch is gonna be a thing, so gonna have to start over at some point. Gonna start over at some point. What is happening here? Why? What am I... Did I'm... What did I do? I'm confused. I guess I didn't get all the resources I thought I did. What? Or is it still at the table? It might still be at the table. I might still... No. Yeah, it's still at the table. I didn't grab it. I was like, something is weird right now. And it's not lining up with what's happening. Okay. Now we're good. Okay, we're good. I like, what happened? My math I thought was okay for once. So yeah, just, we did have the partner meeting last night. That was like 3.5 hours long. It was actually almost 4 hours long. So we did go over a lot of things and a lot of upcoming things. And all I can say currently is that it's good. There's stuff to look forward to. But I have to wait until we get the, like, okay, you can do it. You can talk about it. And we'll see. That should be tomorrow, I think he said. So there are a lot of things that, like, are in the pipeline. And so at some point we should be able to, like, talk to the communities and talk to people and kind of give a little bit more of a heads up. I know so it's kind of funny. A lot of times it feels like it, and now this is my own personal opinion. Keep that in mind. It feels like Clockwork as a whole wants the surprise or the information to, like, come directly from them, but it just happens to be at the very last minute. So, like, we get updates, but you have no idea what's coming with the next update, and then it's like the next week. And it's very interesting to look at that, like, dynamic of things. Like, it's the first partner program that I've been part of that we don't have, like, a month in advance of knowing what's going on, or like a week in advance, so that we can start, like, prepping the community, hyping the community up, keeping the community interested, because we're the ones that are interacting on, like, a ground level a lot of times, versus devs that are kind of, they're working on development, they're busy. And so I might not be able to answer, like, detailed questions on things, but I can be like, huge things are coming, be hyped, like, hey, like,